I am going to explain to you the three ways in which carbon dioxide will be transported from the peripheral part of the body tissues into the lungs. Firstly, focus on the fact that there's the tissue fluid and the venous blood. Tissue fluid is to exist between the peripheral body cells and the capillary wall, which is also known as the capillary interface, while the venous blood is to be confined within the capillary. Within the vessel is where the RBC is found. Carbon dioxide diffuses from the peripheral body cells through the capillary wall. Some of it gets dissolved in the blood plasma. Others diffuse into the RBC. Once inside, it combines with water to produce carbonic acid and dissociates to produce the hydrogen ion and bicarbonate ion. Hydrogen ion combines with oxyhemoglobin so that oxygen is released, producing the hemoglobinic acid in return. It is in the bicarbonate ion form whereby carbon dioxide will be transported. Once produced, through the help of the anion exchanger protein, it gets pumped out of the RBC in exchange for every chloride ion pumped inside. The second method is done via transport by hemoglobin in the RBC. From the peripheral body cells, carbon dioxide is once again released. It diffuses through the capillary interface and some of it gets dissolved in the blood plasma. Others gets diffused into the RBC. Inside, it combines with the N-terminal amino groups of the globin chain of the hemoglobin, producing the carbaminohemoglobin. 70% gets transported in the form of hydrogen carbonate ion, 20% gets transported in the form of carbaminohemoglobin, 10% gets transported in the dissolved form in the venous blood. Once in the alveoli, the same RBC in the venous blood will begin pumping hydrogen carbonate ion into the RBC for every chloride ion pumped out of the RBC with the help of its anion exchanger protein. At the same time, the oxygen that has diffused into the RBC will combine with the hemoglobin, forming the oxyhemoglobin and releasing the hydrogen ion. The hydrogen ion combines with hydrogen carbonate ion, forming the carbonic acid. Carbonic acid dissociates to produce water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide will then diffuse out of the RBC through the capillary wall into the alveoli. Carbon dioxide bound to the N-terminal amino groups of the globin chains of the hemoglobin will simply detach itself from it so that along with the dissolved carbon dioxide in the venous blood, they would diffuse into the alveoli through the pulmonary capillary wall.